Hey guys, how are we doing? It's mine, Cliffe here, in a non-My Guitars video, just for a change. And quite literally, the concept of this video is sometimes you just feel like a change. Now you'll notice the room behind me looks distinctly different. Last weekend, partly because we had Super Typhoon Mangkhut to deal with here in Hong Kong, which, to be honest, for us personally was fairly insignificant, but it caused swathes of damage across Guam and Philippines, and then some damage in Hong Kong, thankfully no loss of life, but then into China as well. So it was a devastating tragedy, natural disaster. Fortunately here we were fairly unaffected. It was pretty windy, it was unpleasant, it was the worst weather we've ever seen. But it meant that I had a bit of time, so I flipped my room around. Now, this room is one of those frustrating rooms. It's very difficult to work in from an acoustical point of view because it's pretty much square. It's basically 7 by 7 by 7, it's a cube. But it does mean that what I had there, as you're looking at it, which was where my desk was, the window's just behind the camera, I was able to pretty much just rotate the thing around. I did some reorganisation, recabled everything, sorted out all that mess. In the spirit of sometimes you just need a change for some new inspiration. And as part of that, I've also been experimenting with different things. I have a new amp set up on the way, which I'm looking forward to trying out again, just for inspiration, for looking at new ideas, new ways of doing things. And I've been playing with some new pedals. This isn't my main pedal board at all, but I threw this board, I pulled this board out yesterday and thought I'd have a play with it. So I'm running actually into a slightly overdriven amp. So my core tone, if I take off the delay and reverb, is slightly driven, not crazy driven, but just a... But what I decided to do was, I picked up a couple of new pedals a few weeks ago, so I thought I'd try them out on this board. Basically because this is the board that I can kind of experiment with a bit. I've got my Strymons on it, my big Strymons, that is, the Big Sky, Mobius and Timeline. Then I have a space for fuzz and other stuff. So the pedals I was playing in the start, I didn't actually turn on the full-tone soul bender, but that's quite a fun kind of... So it's a fun tone. It's supposedly like a old tone bender. I'm not sure which version. I'm not that up on old fuzz pedals, but I do enjoy playing this one. And then the other two pedals in my chain before the amp are from Catalinbread. The first two Catalinbread pedals I had a bit of a... I didn't have a trouble finding these, but our local Catalinbread dealer in Hong Kong doesn't stock any of these. Basically the ones that sell here are the cool delays, so that tends to be what he stocks. And Toman had the Katzenkönig in, which is one of the pedals I had here, but don't sell the weird one, the Antichthon. So the Katzenkönig is a kind of a rat and a tone bender kind of mated together or something weird. I have it set a little bit hissy, but have to keep reminding myself that I've got my key and drop D at the moment. So that's kind of overdrive, fuzz, kind of all rolled into one. Really like that pedal, except for the noise. I would need to run it in a setup with a noise gate if it was ever to make my main rig. But then I have the oddity, the Antichthon, which is a fuzz tremolo. And with the settings in funny places, we'll do all kinds of weird things. But if I just kind of fire it up. Basically, with the volume on the guitar full up, it is a fuzz pedal, quite a cool sounding, slightly different, more modern sounding fuzz pedal than some of the others. But then, as soon as you drop the guitar volume below 10 and it does respond differently to different pickups, it starts doing crazy things. The volume of the guitar introduces the tremolo, and it's a very harsh tremolo, very different from the tremolo on the Flint. Quite a square wavy kind of tremolo, and it does all kinds of odd things. So if I just turn it back on, so completely mad and very much in the spirit of trying something new to search for new inspiration. It does even weirder stuff. If I turn up the controls, it's labelled in very dark grey on black. It's almost impossible to read, and it kind of doesn't matter because you just turn the knobs till you get a cool sound. It's very much a kind of sound design thing. So if I turn it on and turn the top left knob, whatever it's called, now obviously that's not going to be amazingly useful in kind of every song, but it's really cool for sound designing stuff, and having it on this board with all the crazy stuff. I was actually running it into the Katzenkönig earlier on the recording, and then if I triggered up some kind of crazy stuff on the Strymon pedals as well, so and then turn on the Antichthon. Then you can hear it opens up worlds of possibility. Really interesting stuff. Again, something that's a little bit different for a change. In the same way that just plugging into an amp, if you usually use pedals, can really give you interesting new ideas and stuff. So just kind of encouragement really for everyone, particularly if you're stuck in any kind of rut. Try changing something out, whether it's something like changing the layout of your room, trying some new pedals or new gear. Separating yourself from gear. I'm running one amp, I'm running some different pedals from my usual ones. This is the only guitar I've currently got out, although I do have to get my Strat out for tomorrow. You know, just different things to mix things up. Try something new, you never won't know where it'll take you. Okay guys, I hope that was interesting. Until next time, take care, and I will speak to you soon.